All right. Good morning, guys. Today is Tuesday, April 15th, and we are just looking to see if we get any rejection scalp entries in the market. So yesterday we did have some during market open. We had two back-to-back US 30 rejection scalps. I did have a live session yesterday. One of the trades was a winner and the other one was a loser. So yesterday I just ended up the day at break even. So let's see if we can get any. So if price gets somewhere at the top here, there should be some rejection scalp entries where we have here. Um, this is just a position I'm following on US 30. Um, yeah, so let's see. So we should be getting some rejection scalp entry today, hopefully. All right, so let's see if we get anything. So I know like when we were having some of these live sessions last week, we didn't get any rejection scalps. So hopefully this week we should be able to have live sessions for the rest of the week. Um, yeah, we should be able to have uh, live sessions for the rest of the week. So hopefully we are able to catch something. So yeah, yesterday I did catch two. They came two back-to-back market open rejection scalps. But here I think we're going to get them here. So let me just put an alert here. Let's see if we get this one. Actually, there's a 30-minute one here. So actually, never mind. Let's see. Because this 30-minute one is, so there's a 30-minute one here. So that has already rejected back to the downside. Let's see how many points. 69. Nah, okay. All right. So for this particular one, if price gets back up here on my left, on the left chart, I'll be going for this monthly sell rejection scalp. You can see the 30-minute, the thing with this SAR, so on the 15-minute, you can see there's a 30-minute buy, but on the 30-minute, there's the 30-minute buy, which is also, they look like they're in different areas. So which is why like I've started putting just the same time frames or the same instrument in one chart, because sometimes the 30-minute SAR on the 15-minute time frame might not line up exactly with the 30-minute SAR on the 30-minute time frame. So if something says 30-minute, you want to cross-check that and make sure that it's actually there on the 30-minute time frame. So here for this monthly 697,007, I need price to get somewhere here. So let me put this alert here. And I think we're about to touch that. So something like that. And come on. Okay, there it is. So now we go to the, excuse me, 5-second time frame and then look for that crossover sell. Let's see. So I am looking, so personally, I'm doing 20 point stop loss, 100 points TP, but I'm trailing my stop as soon as I get a 1:1 risk to reward. So this is 200. No, 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 it should be the opposite. So we are looking for that crossover. What am I doing? Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. So this is my entry, but I'm looking for the crossover sell, and we just need that uh, rejection scalp. All right, I think we might get it here. Might get it here. There. Okay, so this red X. So we are looking for that red X to close. So not yet. The best thing is, we would rather have it go up pretty heavy because that retracement will be pretty nice. All right, not yet, not yet. I don't want it to be on such a big candle. Okay, might be there. Okay, there's the entry. Let's see if we get some pushback. Okay, so this one got stopped out. Ah, this freaking big candle. But anyway, so this one got stopped out. It was based off of that monthly, but I still expect push back to the downside, but let's see what other there still is this one area above here, which is an hourly entry, but unfortunately this one based off of the monthly got stopped out. So this is 4704. 4704, 4704. All right. So price is pushing back up. Let me take a screen grab of this for my journal. But there is another entry up there. Control S. Save. Control S. Um, if it has already come down by like 10 points. So unfortunately, even for this one, if price gets back up here, I would not take it because let's see how many, well, let's first see where the rejection was. So this is 47.56. So at 47.56, yeah. So it's already gone down like where the TP would be. So even though price gets to that rejection area, to this 10-point rejection area, I wouldn't take it. So unfortunately, this one I'll just have to wait for another entry, and I will go ahead and close this out. And now, of course, price starts dipping back down. But anyway, so I'll go ahead and cross this off because we've already had that rejection. So the one rejection I was looking for was this one down here and also this one up here. So sometimes when you have a lot of and I know we've covered this before, but sometimes when you have where is this instrument? Sometimes when you have a bunch of SAR levels at the same areas, you normally expect price to either go to the most optimal one. So if it's for a sell, price will probably shoot to the top one before coming back down. It doesn't always have to happen that way, but these are some of the instances I mentioned that you probably want to measure your risk. Like if you have a bunch of SARs that are close enough range, maybe you divvy up your risk. But for today, so far that would be a losing trade right there. And this one would be minus 0.75. And we'll see if we get any other entry. So for the hourly one, right, price has already rejected from that 756 area. So there's no need to look for another entry. Uh, Maybe possible gold. Let's see. The 15-minute time frame. Um, there's a there's a gold cell that's lining up. Oh, where's the monthly for US 30? 41, 814. Interesting. Give me one moment here. 41, 814. US 30 cell. Where did this come from? Huh. 41, 780. US 30. US 30 monthly. 41, 764. Entry down. 41, that's what I thought. So that monthly one as well. let's see, monthly 41,764. Yeah, so that wasn't an area. So this monthly sell area. So when I mentioned that the monthly or some of these high time frame SCR rejection levels that show up on the lower time frame, they may not line up once you go to the monthly. So here, the reason I'm looking at it is the monthly rejection sell for US 30 is at 41,780, but on the 15 minutes, it's showing as 46,97. So that L definitely was avoidable, but I'm trying to think of how to go about this going forward. So monthly, so what I'll do here, I will put this on monthly, then this one I put it on weekly, then this one I put it on daily, and this one I put it on 4 hour. But anyway, it's just a learning thing. But yeah, so that this monthly level in US 30 wasn't supposed to, so it's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be at 41,741 because if you look at it here, this is the monthly SAR cell 41,764. But so the SAR levels, they change, when you look at them, when you look at high time frame SAR levels from a lower time frame, they're not always aligned. So I'll just put another note to be checking either the actual chart level or to be checking this data here that I have for SARs. But yeah, so that if I'd done that before that trade setup, we wouldn't have taken it. But it's just we just have to learn and adapt that one going forward. But I'll be sure to look at it going forward as well. There's a possible gold sell coming up at, and this would be based off of a trend line and SAR rejection. And I'll just put an alert for gold here if price gets back here. All right, I think we'll get a 15-minute this is trendline SCR rejection. I think we might get a 15-minute entry here on US 30 because the way US 30 is pushing up, the next SAR that would print right here would be a 15-minute one. So the last time the 15-minute printed was way, way before market. Well, actually, was 15 minutes before market opened. So with this push up, the SAR that would print would be like a 15-minute one. So we'll see if we get that to print. For gold, gold. Let's see here. I'm not taking SAR levels for gold, but there is an SAR entry here for gold on the 15-minute time frame. So this is 214. It would have had to go to 213, 214.8, 213.8. So anybody interested in taking gold? For me, the win rate on gold is just not good based off of my experience. So actually right now you'd possibly be getting in at a discount if this trade were to hit. But for gold, I've noticed it's just a 1:1 risk to reward compared with US 30. So this would be the trade entry for gold. Again, I am not taking gold SCR rejection entries, but it would be based off of the 15-minute level right here. But yeah, so you see again for gold, this one would have been again wiped out. But there's also another entry for gold as well on the hourly 213.6. You'd wait for price to get to 212.6, somewhere around there. So this one definitely would be a loss for gold. There's another one that's about to set up again for gold. And again, here you'd be, I really don't want to miss the US 31 because that's what I really want to enter. But for gold here again, you would look for the same thing that happened here, this crossover buy, which is this green X. And then you'd again shoot for like a 1:1 risk to reward. But just as a reminder for me, I'm not taking SAR rejections for gold. I'll only be taking them for US 30 because US 30 has a much higher win rate than gold. Mm. Okay, so this would anybody looking to take gold, that would be your entry right there. So for anybody for gold, I would recommend finding other confluences, but that would be the entry there for gold. So we'll just mark it up. If you're interested in taking it, that would be the buy entry for gold at 3212.5, $2 TP, $2 stop loss. And then I will go back to the US 30 chart and see if an entry lines up. So I think we're going to get a 15-minute entry for US 30. We just have to wait. And so this is the loss we took during that rejection scalp for US 30. So this one, if I had looked at that monthly level, if I had gone to the monthly chart, we wouldn't have taken it. But now I know going forward to kind of pay attention, especially to those high time frame SAR rejection levels and make sure that they match up with the time frame because this particular one here did not match up. But anyway, so it's just like a small. Actually, this is my first loss for US 30 in a while because, oh, I did have one yesterday, but I also had a winner. So yesterday was a break-even day. But overall, like the last week or so has been pretty heavy and nice wins. So I just need to wait for another nice setup. If I don't get anything else during this morning session, we'll wait for the afternoon session. Um, give me one moment, I'll be right back. Gold, gold, gold. So gold, if you took gold, you'd be in profit. So if you would have taken the other trade for gold, you'd have lost. If you win this trade, you'll be back at break even. And that's the thing with the gold rejection scalp entries. It's like ideally what I and there you go. So this one would be full take profit. But again, I'm only recording the trades that I'm taking. So I didn't take this trade. But the thing with gold trades, it's like you'll win one and then you'll lose the next, and then you win maybe the next two, and then lose the next two probably. So gold is just like a back and forth, back and forth. But so that would have been one. And again here, same thing. So you see the same thing that happened to US 30. So if we look at gold here, you see how many SCR rejection levels there were. So there were, uh, you see how they are cluttered on each other. So the first one that lost was based off of, I think, this 15-minute one. Yeah, that's the first one that lost here. That would have lost up here. But then gold pushed down to come to the second one. Didn't quite get to the third one, but it got to the second one. And after the second one, that's when it hit. That rejection scalp would have hit. So same thing, it's just to be cautious, especially if you do see a bunch of rejection levels that are close to each other. So in that instance, if you're for me with the win rate I have for US 30, I'll just be taking every trade with like 1%. But like if you want to be a little cautious, especially if you have a bunch of SAR levels at the same area, maybe you want to divvy your regular risk by half so that in case you lose one trade, then you don't lose like ideally what you'd normally lose for each risk. But yeah, so this gold one would have hit and you'd be back at break even if you took the first and look at that shoot up for gold. That's a big pump actually. So I'm looking for a sell here on gold. So I did put an alert at 30, 32 to 21. 32 to 21. Wait, let's see. See for this gold one, 214. This one would have even probably even gotten to a 1:2. Interesting. Yeah, that last spike there. But anyway, for for gold, I am looking for a sell here at 3221.6. This is based off of an trend line and SAR rejection. And let me see if that entry would still be valid. Yes, it would. So this one would be like a $10 stop loss, $10 TP. Let me see. Um, excuse me. Just looking at something else here as well. Uh, actually, never mind for that gold sell. We have an overlap in zones, so never mind. So this area where I'm looking to take this, so this area where I'm looking to take the gold entry, we do have an overlap of zones. So if I turn on the zones, Mm, come on. Okay, there they are. So if I turn on the zones, you'll see we have this area of overlap, right? So we don't want to take any trades if the area of supply is overlapping with an area of demand. So if we turn off the zones again, there's an overlap of supply and demand zones right here. So at this point, what I do, I just cancel this alert here. But yeah, that trade did look pretty nice. But we'll just wait for the next one. But yeah, so for US 30 here, we need a nice pump to the upside. And then if we get a nice pump, we'll get a 15-minute rejection level. And then at that point, that will be the trade. All right. Let's just keep waiting and then we'll see. I'll probably stay on the live session for maybe 20 or so more minutes. If we don't get anything by then, I'll just call it a day for the live session. Somebody, I'll take care of that later. All right. See, get a breakout here. Man, you just need a nice breakout from up here. Mm, mm, mm. All right. So hopefully this is that breakout we're expecting. Mm. Come on, come on. Man, I don't know if we're going to get any other entry here. So today might be again one of them slow days. Because if we kept pushing up or if we keep pushing up, we should get a 15-minute rejection, but we need to continue that momentum to the upside. Let's see. US 30 rejection resistance. No entry there. 15 minute, 15. If we get a push to the downside, we might get a 15-minute sell. So I think either way, whether it's to the upside or downside, most likely we'll get a 15-minute rejection. I know we had talked about the EMA rejection, so 608. So there is also a possible EMA rejection. I know for the EMA rejection, we talked about like forward testing. I would need to gather more data for EMA rejection, but the essence of the EMA rejection is that For example, here we can see price is pushing past down the 9 EMA, and the idea is that price will come back up and close above the 9 EMA at some point. So, and it's good if we keep getting this push down because the more we get a push down, the more we'll get a 15-minute rejection. But there is, so we can follow like the EMA rejection and see. So again, similar to this one with the gold one, this is just following until we get more data on it. Right now, the rejection I do is just SAR, but the EMA rejection would be that. So that would be the EMA. So the idea is that price would come back and close above that EMA. And for this particular one, so this one, you would aim to trail your stop at 1:1. So, yep. So EMA rejection at this instance, this one would have gotten stopped out, but then price would swing back up because I don't think it hit the 20 points first. But yeah, so it looks like for this particular one, so the idea, right? The idea is that price is doing exactly like what it's doing right now. The idea of the EMA rejection, same thing with the SAR, but the idea of the EMA is that price would go and close or go back to above the EMA. So you can see for this particular one, this trade would have just gotten stopped out and then price would have swung all the way back up. So I'll probably collect more data on the EMA rejections because on days like this when maybe we're not getting the SAR rejection, we can look at the EMA ones possibly. So yeah, but this one literally would have gotten stopped out and then price would have continued to ride up. So that's the essence of it. So you see how price came back above the EMA. So that would be the essence of the EMA rejection. The SCR rejection is the same idea, but the idea of the SCR rejection is that price is coming back above or below the EMA. I'm sorry, the SAR, depending on the direction you're looking to trade. What time is it? It is 10:23. Um, I don't think we'll get anything else, to be honest. There's a possible gold one here. Um, at 32.27, the entry would be 32.28. So we'll see. We'll follow the gold one as well. Or I can mark up the gold one as well and see. So typically today for the gold entries would have been like break even. And then we'll see what this last one would give. All right, so in the next 5 minutes, if there's nothing here to take, then we'll just call it a day. I don't think anything major will happen to push price because right now we are stuck in this range in between this two. So I don't think we'll break out of it in the next 5 minutes. So we'll just have to wait until probably tomorrow. Let's see. All right, so it's like 2 minutes before 10:30. The only possible one I can see here is this one for gold. So 27. Okay, so gold here, 26, and then entry would be gold has to come to 27.1 here first before rejecting from where it currently is. Uh, unless it does it so quickly, I'm not sure. So this 15-minute candle has 1 more minute before it closes. So I don't know if it's going to close below this SAR unless it happens so quickly. 143. mm, Yeah, so it didn't even get to that 10, I'm sorry, to that dollar mark. Yeah, so nothing as well on this one. But yeah, so nothing really. Gold already rejected back to the downside before hitting that $1 threshold. Yeah, so other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll keep looking for entries till like 11, till like 30 more minutes, but I really don't see a need to stay on the live session. And then I'll be back in the afternoon session to see if I can get any afternoon entries. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, guys.